Hello and good morning from the Magic Kingdom. So I'm at the Magic Kingdom this morning. It's about 9 o'clock, a little bit after 9 o'clock in the morning. The park opened about 15 minutes ago, and I want to attempt an attractions challenge. I went to Universal Orlando and I tried to ride every single ride over there in one day at both parks in the entirety of the resort. Here I want to try to do a different kind of attractions challenge. I want to ride every ride and see every show that's open currently right now. And if I have to stay till the end of the day, which is going to be 7 o'clock tonight, then I will do it. I am determined. I'm excited. Let's head into Magic Kingdom and do everything. So I'm letting the opening crowd spill into the lands, let them get a little bit of a head start. And while they do that, I'm going to go and show off what I brought today for this challenge. I have some water and some Gatorade. For breakfast, I brought some Captain Crunch and some cantaloupe. For lunch a little bit later, I have a sandwich, some cheese puffs, and some ginger snaps, as well as some gummy Krabby Patties, of course. Got an umbrella because it is probably going to rain, because it's been raining every single day. I have some hand sanitizer, and then of course I have a charger there, a portable charger. So let's go and put this back in the bag and head off to a ride. I don't really have much of a plan today or an agenda as far as what rides to tackle first. Not really much of a strategy as far as that's concerned. I'm just going to be keeping my eye on the app, on the wait times. There is no fast pass whatsoever for any rides, any single rider as far as I'm aware. So similarly to Universal, it's just going to be a matter of getting in all the lines of all the attractions and shows that I'm able to do today and just seeing if I can do them. The challenge today is probably going to be weather related, so it might be in my best interest to expedite the rides and attractions that would be impacted by the weather. So I think I'm going to head over to Adventureland and ride Jungle Cruise. Jungle Cruise is very easily impacted by the weather, and it does take a long time for it to come back up. And I imagine with the physical distancing on the boats that it may just be a significant wait time, so I don't want to jinx that later on in the day. I'm gonna go and do that right now. First ride of the day, Jungle Cruise. All right, never mind. This is the line for Jungle Cruise currently, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and head over to Thunder Mountain because I checked out the app and it says it's only a 10-minute wait. So let's go and do that. They may be just be starting up the morning over here with this line and just adding more boats to the river. So this line will go down probably in an hour or so. Generally, a reasonable strategy would be to start at the back of the park and work my way forward, because fewer people make it to the very, very back of the park apart from the rope drop crowd. So maybe I'll luck out with Big Thunder Mountain and potentially Splash Mountain if it's a hot day. If it does not rain today, then Splash Mountain is going to be busy. If it does rain today, then Splash Mountain will probably go down, so then it'll probably be busy and a challenge. So Splash Mountain is a big one to try to accomplish today. Okay, the line is starting to get pretty extensive over here by Big Thunder Mountain, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and just hop in line for Splash Mountain over here, just to commit to a ride and get a big one out of the way immediately in the morning. So the line for Splash Mountain is a little bit extensive as well, but it is consistently moving though, so that's definitely a good thing. So hopefully I can get on and get off of this. The wait time was about 30 minutes and it's almost 10 o'clock right now. Okay, so about 15 minutes or so later, still moving forward, so making pretty good time. Feeling pretty confident about it. I just really want to get Splash Mountain out of the way. It looks like that's hopefully gonna happen. Okay, so I think I'm about to board here probably in just a couple minutes. So that's exciting. This is about 20 minutes, I wanna say, just to make it all the way to the loading platform here at Splash Mountain. So here we go. Okay, I'm in the very front row of Splash Mountain, so this is gonna be fun. So I've never had a boat all to myself before on Splash Mountain, so that's exciting. Oh no, it looks like it really drenches you with water. That's not good. Ah! Oh no. Oh god. Let's keep it moving. Keep it moving. Okay, I think I'm good. That was scary. So I'm trying to figure out what I want to do after this. I think I may head over to Big Thunder Mountain back there just to go and get that out of the way and finish up Frontierland for the most part, if I can. Okay, I'm about to go down the big drop. Oh, this is a very pleasant way to start the day, right? Woohoo! Okay, I think I fared pretty well. I didn't get too wet, but I'm starting to get a little bit wet right now because of that waterfall. But first attraction of the day completed. All right, like I said, I am heading over to Big Thunder Mountain Railroad just to go and finish up Frontierland. I am going to be doing Tom Sawyer Island as well once that opens up, maybe a little bit later on today, because I do consider that an attraction because it does move. Okay, it's about a 30-minute wait to ride Big Thunder Mountain currently. It's It's a little bit of an extended line, but it is moving slowly, pretty much just like Splash Mountain. So I'm hoping for only about a 20-minute wait or so, maybe less. Yep, this line is moving very, very comfortably fast. So that is awesome. Should be down on the loading platform, hopefully within, I don't know, 5 minutes or so. So I don't know how, but I lucked out with the front row on Big Thunder Mountain as well. That is 2 for 2 on random front row assignments. I think next I may head over to the rafts for Tom Sawyer Island just to make sure that I finish all the Frontierland. If they're open, they should be open here in about 5 minutes. But if not, then I'll head back over to Jungle Cruise. Ah! Woohoo! It's pretty reasonably quiet. See, Tom Sawyer Island is not open yet, but it should be open very, very soon, and then I can go and finish up again all these rides in Frontierland. And that's the goal. That's my strategy so far, is just to do the rides that I'm near. Okay, I think I am gonna go over to Jungle Cruise because that is a pretty big attraction that I want to make sure that I can do, and I think that the riverboat is coming around the corner here in just a minute, which halts the launching of the rafts over to Tom Sawyer Island. So I'm gonna go use that time appropriately over at Jungle Cruise and Adventureland. See, there goes the riverboat making its way around the river. There does not look like there's anybody on here at all, and I'm gonna have to do this later on today, which this one takes some time, but it'll be worth it. I'm gonna try to back for this a little bit later on in the day. I think there are just a lot of attractions that I need to make sure that I expedite, like Jungle Cruise, which is what I'm heading over to do right now. So the line still pokes out a little bit. It's a 25-minute wait. Hopefully it's a little bit less than that, but we will see. Okay, so I'm in line for Jungle Cruise. It's moving pretty quickly, it seems. I'm about to get onto Jungle Cruise. There goes a boat right now. It's about 11 o'clock in the morning, so the park has been open for about 2 hours right now, and this will be my third attraction, but at least I've done most of the big ones.
Well, folks, welcome to the world-famous Jungle Cruise, where we are well famous for being famous all around the world. I'll be your tour guide today, your dance instructor, your botanist, your zoologist, one heck of a paleontologist, if I say so myself. And folks, if you forget how to laugh at a joke, don't worry. Yeah, I'm also going to be your swimming instructor. Everybody get down, get down, get down. Right. Use the shoulder shield, setting smaller targets, rock noise, spear, throw, rock noise. Oh, the humanity. And nobody reacted. How nice. Just like college, got to do all the work in the group project. Anyway, so Kenneth, the equal of the world, the one, the only, the backside of water. Woohoo! He is our head salesman out here in the jungle, and sales have been shrinking. So he does have a cutthroat deal going right now for you nice folks. 2 for 1 special, actually. Just 2 of his heads for only 1 of yours. That's right. However you slice it or dice it, you always come out ahead. Any takers? No, I figured. Folks, it looks like our little journey's about to come to an end. As it does, though, just make sure we keep it on hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the boat. Friends, keep an eye on those kids. I still don't want to.
Okay, all done with Jungle Cruise. That is always a fun one to do every now and again. Now I'm heading back to Tom Sawyer Island to go to Tom Sawyer Island. So I'm back over at the boat launch, or the raft launch for Tom Sawyer Island. There's nobody down here right now, which is interesting, but the riverboat is going by, so it will be a couple more minutes before I guess I head over to Tom Sawyer Island. I plan to run over there, go to Fort Langhorne, go up the stairs, make a lap, and then come right back to the rafts, and then head back over to the mainland. So this is pretty cool. I have an entire raft all to myself heading over to Tom Sawyer Island. I've never ever had my own raft to myself. I like it. All right, so like I said, I am heading to the very back of Tom Sawyer Island, so I can say that I've accomplished this attraction, if you want to consider it an attraction. I do, because again, the rafts do take you here and back, so I could consider that a ride. But to make a lap around Fort Langhorne and then back on the rafts, back over to, I don't know yet. It is very quiet on Tom Sawyer Island today. I also want to try to beat the riverboat if I can, because I really don't want to wait for this to launch, because I did wait a few minutes for it to pass by before I was able to get onto a raft to head over here. So again, I'm gonna make a lap around the balcony of the fort and then back over there, back to the launch. I feel like I was just here, and here I am again, back at Fort Langhorne. No complaints though, because this is one of my favorite areas in the entirety of... Good Lord! Magic Kingdom! Ah! Here I am in the rifle roost, making my lap around the balcony of Fort Langhorne. This was one of my favorite places play when I was a kid, just how secluded that it was, and just how imaginative it enabled you to be. I love it. Okay, well, that was thrilling. That was fun, right? But gotta do the other stuff too, and there's still plenty of time. I'm feeling good about my time. It looks like I only have a few minutes before the riverboats probably departs again, and it looks like the Haunted Mansion line is extending all the way down to these, the boat launch here, the Mike Fink boat launches. Yikes, okay, so gotta speed it up. As far as this area, I've completed the most major attractions in Frontierland. I still need to do the Country Bear Jamboree. I need to do the Tiki Room and Aladdin's Magic Carpets, as well as the Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse. So I still have a few attractions to do over here, but I did the big ones, and that was kind of the goal, at least early in the morning. All right, back on the raft. I think I've decided what I want to do. I think I'm gonna head over to Adventureland, and I'm gonna do the Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse, as well as Aladdin's Carpets, just to make sure that I can do everything in this area that would involve the rain. And you hear that? That's the riverboat. It's about to make another trip around the river, so I think I made it onto a raft just in time. I did check the weather, and it is supposed to rain much later today, so I think here comes the riverboat. I think the idea to try to expedite the outdoor attractions is probably going to work out in my favor. I'm hoping, and then I can just do everything else at the end of the day comfortably. So the Magic Carpets of Aladdin is only a 5-minute wait currently, so hopefully I can go and hop on this, run through the Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse, and then I'll be back on the other side of the park. Okay, here I am riding the Magic Carpets of Aladdin. There's the Jungle Cruise over there. Woo! All right, I'm all the way up at the top. This is nice. I don't do this that much. Not the biggest spinner ride fan, but sometimes every now and again it's enjoyable to do, just to get some nice aerial views of the park. Ooh, I'm starting to tilt forward and back. I like that a lot. This ride was a complete walk-on, which is something that I've really needed today after riding Jungle Cruise and Splash Mountain and Thunder Mountain. All right, and just as quickly as it started, I am now off of the Magic Carpets of Aladdin, heading over to the Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse. Now this is neither a ride nor a show, but it is an attraction, and this is an attractions challenge, so I am considering it an attraction, and it should only take a couple minutes to walk through it, but this will be my last attraction of both Frontierland and Adventureland. All right, and I've made it up to the highest point of the treehouse, getting a nice view of the rest of the park. I'm trying to decide if I should head over to Tomorrowland or potentially Storybook Circus. Probably Tomorrowland. Whew, having to take out my water to take a couple sips because it is hot. It is very, very, very hot. But I think I want to head over to Tomorrowland because Tomorrowland has 2 outdoor rides currently, as well as Storybook Circus, but the Tomorrowland rides might be a little bit more popular. So if I had to expedite one or the other, probably Tomorrowland. And now it's time to make my way all the way back down this treehouse, back through the hub, and then over to Tomorrowland. Woo, getting my exercise today. Okay, and I'm out of Adventureland, heading across the hub and over to Tomorrowland. Like I said, it's about noon right now, so 12 o'clock. I've been here for 3 hours. I feel like I'm doing pretty good on time, but we will see. Again, my success today is contingent on the cooperation of the weather and the rides, so assuming all rides operate normally and the weather holds out at least until I can get all of the outdoor attractions done, then I'm feeling pretty good about my day. So the line for Astro Orbiter is actually very, very long currently, so I'm gonna head over to Tomorrowland Speedway to try to do that first, and then maybe see if I can come back for Astro Orbiter, or maybe I will go back to Storybook Circus and just see what those wait times are like. The wait time for Speedway is only 10 minutes, but the line is seeming to move pretty quickly, so gonna go and hop in line for this and get this one out of the way. Okay, that did not even take 5 minutes to make it through that line. This is awesome. Gonna get on and off of this hopefully very soon, and then I'll probably, I don't know if I should do Dumbo or Barnstorm or head back over to Astro Orbiter, because those are the 4 that I needed to do in this area, at least between Tomorrowland and Fantasyland. So the People Mover is currently not operating. It is not operated since the reopening of Magic Kingdom about a month ago, which is a little bit sad because there are a few attractions and experiences that are not available at Magic Kingdom, which I don't think necessarily waters down this challenge attempt today, because the attempt today is to just try to ride all the rides and experience the shows and attractions that reopened with Magic Kingdom. And so that's the idea of the challenge and the experience, just to see if you can do everything in one day with no fast pass. Just coming to Magic Kingdom, park open and park closed and doing it. Let's see what Dumbo looks like, because it looks like there's a pretty reasonable amount of people in line for it. And if that's the case, then I probably will definitely do, oh, I cannot even control this wheel at all. I probably will just go to Astro Orbiter. The big ride obviously is going to be Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, to do that at some points. Definitely before the weather. You can see the clouds are really rolling in. No dark clouds, but a lot of clouds, which usually signifies rain. Okay, I'm back by Astro Orbiter. I'm gonna go and hop in line for this and just kind of do it. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. I think the delay is just they have to put one party in the elevator at a time to go up to the platform, so hopefully it moves pretty quickly. All right, so I'm on the Astro Orbiter. That took a very significant amount of time because they sanitized the ride right before I was able to get on, so it took about 20 minutes to get on. But here I am on Astro Orbiter. Hooray! This is actually pretty pleasant when you're able to lean back and just take in all the sights of Magic Kingdom from up here. So I'm definitely going to be heading over to the Storybook Circus area to do Dumbo and Barnstormer to really just make sure I take care of those outdoor attractions. Ooh, this is the fun part, coming in for a landing. Wow, this is just so fast. I love it. Woo! Touchdown. This is a look at Tomorrowland from all the way up here, the crowd level, which doesn't really look that bad, honestly, but it is the middle part of the day, so this is when everybody's either probably eating or in line for other rides. Okay, heading over to there, the circus. So I'm done with my outdoor attractions in Tomorrowland, and I checked the app, and Dumbo and Barnstormer have a 5 and 10 minute wait respectively, so hopefully they stay that way. I am very intimidated by the line for Seven Dwarfs because it is going all the way around the mine here. Oh man. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save Seven Dwarfs till that line diminishes a little bit. I know it's because it's the middle part of the day, and there are a lot of decisions that I've made so far that maybe weren't the best ones, but I'm really just, I don't know, paranoid about that weather. Okay, this wasn't too bad, just a couple minutes, so hopefully I can get on here super soon. The weather is just intimidating because it either rains for 5 minutes and then it's over, or it rains for the entire rest of the day. So I'm just paranoid about doing these rides that I can do before I can't. Okay, and here I go, taking off on Dumbo. Let's go all the way to the top, the best place to be. Oh, this is nice. It's a small reprieve from the heat of the day, without a doubt, because today, I don't even know how many times I've said it, but it's just so hot. This is my last spinner attraction, so that's to be celebrated. After this, it's back over to Barnstormer back there, and then I'll complete it Storybook Circus, and then I can maybe see what Seven Dwarfs is looking like. But if not, then I'll probably try to start doing some indoor attractions. And it looks like Barnstormer's only a 5 minute wait, so that's great. Would have not been prudent to wait in line for this. Well, I mean, I am gonna have to wait in line for it a little bit, but not 45 minutes. That would not have really worked out for me today. Okay, so I'm on Barnstormer. This is gonna be a very brief ride. It's a little bit after 1 o'clock right now. I don't even know if I updated the time a little bit ago. So I have about a little bit less than 6 hours until the park closes. Woo. Oh, that one's always so fun. It's very short, but fun. Okay, so I checked the app, and the wait time for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is currently 40 minutes, which is second only to Pirates of the Caribbean and Splash Mountain. Splash Mountain's at a 55 minute wait right now, so I'm very glad that I went ahead and I did that early this morning. But I guess I'm gonna go ahead and head back over to Ariel. So I'm done with Storybook Circus, and if I go and do Ariel, then all I'll have in Fantasyland is, well, in the back of Fantasyland is gonna be the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. I haven't ridden Journey of the Little Mermaid in kind of a while, so I'm pretty excited to go in there and sit in a seashell in some air conditioning. And it looks like the line has moved up quite a good amount for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, so that's a good sign at least. And it looks like this is a 5 minute wait. I will definitely benefit quite a significant amount from more walk-on attractions because The ones that are starting to make me a little bit nervous are ones like Hall of Presidents or the riverboats, where there's really no expediting that experience. It's a very long experience, so I'm hoping that the timing works out for that, because it might not. All right, here I am on Journey of the Little Mermaid. It feels so good to sit down right now.
Under the sea, darling, it's winter, down where it's winter, take it from me.
Okay, I did it. I just rode it. Journey of the Little Mermaid. Woo! That was really nice to get out of the sun. I think this is the first time I've stopped sweating in 5 hours. So I still have a fairly significant amount of rides to get through in Fantasyland. I need to go do Winnie the Pooh. I need to do the Mad Tea Party. I need to do the Carousel, It's Small World, Peter Pan's Flights, as well as this Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. So here I am in line for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. I decided to go ahead and get in line, and way back there, actually almost next to the teacups, just to see how fast the line was moving, and it's moving pretty considerably quickly. So by the time I get on this, it'll be around 2 o'clock, or probably a little bit after 2 o'clock. So I'm almost at my halfway point, time-wise, for the day. Okay, I've been progressively moving inside the vaults. Hopefully this shouldn't take too long. I'm really excited to do this before the rain hits, probably a little bit later. All right, this is awesome. I'm about to get onto Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. That didn't take very long. It was about half the posted wait time. Okay. Woo-hoo-hoo! Woo! This is awesome. I thought this was going to be such a problematic ride, and it worked out pretty well. Woo! Ah, I'm getting shaken around so much, but I love it. This is such a fun, quaint little ride. Ah, except this part. Oh. That was fun. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train has officially been accomplished. I am feeling so good now. I was so worried about this, but it ended up working out perfectly fine. Now I think I'm gonna head across the way over to the Mini Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, and then probably the Carousel back over here. See, the line for Seven Dwarfs still goes all the way down to the teacups, which I need to do that too. So I'll probably do Winnie the Pooh and then teacups and then Carousel. Winnie the Pooh is a 25-minute wait. The line for this goes all the way back to Pooh and Tigger's meet and greet at Pooh's Thoughtful Spot, but it looks like it's moving pretty quickly, so that's good. Okay, here I am on the Mini Adventures of Winnie the Pooh.
If you ask me, he'll never reach that train.
Oh dear! Hang on tightly, Roo!
Hooray! Hooray for Roy! I just rode the Mini Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, and it was fun! But now it's on to the teacups. So the line for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is wrapping around the entire ride again, so I'm glad that I rode it when I did. But now next step for me, again, is the teacups. So there aren't any storm clouds in the sky, but the sky's getting a little bit gray. So after this, I'm gonna do the carousel, and then I think I'm gonna go to that distracted me. I'm gonna go do the riverboat, just in case, just to make sure I can do all of the attractions, whether or not they're closed, or whether or not they're covered, I mean, just to feel at ease and at peace. And here I am on the teacups, my favorite ride in the world. Ah, this is spinning without me even touching it. What the heck, that's not fair, I don't like that. This is always the ride that I avoided as much as possible when I came to the parks, because I am not a fan of spinning at all, and I am spinning quite a lot right now. I thought I was done with my spinning attractions, having done Aladdin and Dumbo and Astro Orbiter, but I guess not. Oh, okay, I survived. Okay, so I'm altering the plan yet again. The line is wrapped around the carousel to ride it, the Prince Charming Regal Carousel. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ride the ferry boats first, or the river boats, because it departs every half hour. So I'm coming up on my time frame, I guess, where I'd wanna hop on that to try to not wait for it too long, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna go and do that, get it out of the way, and then I'll make my way back to jump on the carousel. I need to come back for both It's a Small World and Peter Pan's Flights, which are both a 30-minute waits and a 25-minute wait, respectively. I need to come back for Haunted Mansion. Quite a few rides over here. Okay, never mind. I think that they're cleaning the boat right now, so there may be a delay with that. So I think I'm gonna come do Hall of Presidents. Okay, so I think I made it just in time for the next show of Hall of Presidents. This is another attraction like the riverboat. It is very particular in terms of the times that they operate it, so I needed to make sure that I did this as well as the riverboat. So after this, I will probably do that, and then maybe Country Bears or Tiki Room or something. Okay, and here I go, heading into the Hall of Presidents Theater. I wonder where I'm gonna get a seat. Certain rows are closed off. Okay, so I'm in the front row in the direct center of the theater, so this should be fun. This is the 3 o'clock show of Hall of Presidents.
77 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal.
No event could have filled me with greater anxieties than that notification on the 14th day of April, 1789, that you had selected me to lead our nation.
From the beginning, America has been a nation defined by its people. At our founding, it was the American people who rose up to defend our freedoms and win our independence.
All right, all done with Hall of Presidents. I'm heading back over to the riverboat just to see if I may be able to catch the next one, but it probably already left because it took around 10 minutes to clean the seats before this show started. Yep, so I absolutely missed the riverboat. It's all the way over there by Splash Mountain. So instead, I'm gonna see if I can hop inside Country Bear Jamboree and or maybe Tiki Room, and then I can try to catch this on its next trip around the rivers of America. Okay, Country Bear Jamboree says 2 minutes before the next show.
Hey, Henry, what's holding you up? Let's get on with the show.
Now, both be patient.
Yeah, we ain't going anywhere anyhow.
So I'm all done watching the Country Bear Jamboree, but it seems like I'm probably going to be stuck on this side of the road for a while because here come all the princesses. So I'm back in Adventureland. It looks like some weather is starting to roll in for the day. I'm over by the Enchanted Tiki Room, and the next show starts in 2 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and do this, maybe Pirates of the Caribbean, and then maybe catch the next riverboat if it's not raining. Okay, never mind. I don't think I was going to be able to be in that show, so I'm coming over to the riverboat to see if I can get on this one. So I got out of line over at Tiki Room and I ran back over here to the boat. I thought I was gonna be able to make it in time for the boat, but they just put up the rope, so I was not able to make it onto this round of the boat. Do you see what I mean about this? This is so hard to get onto if you're really trying to be like this with your time. So I decided to come over here to Pirates and hop in line for this because if it does start to pour down rain here soon, then everybody's gonna flood this ride. Okay, so I'm getting pretty close to the loading platform for Pirates of the Caribbean. Thankfully it's moving reasonably quickly, but I'd like to get on and get off as fast as possible. Alright, I am off of Pirates of the Caribbean and the line is pretty much extending all the way out and down. Now, that didn't take very long for me to get on, so that's good. It was about 4 o'clock when I got in line for that, more or less. But now I have to head back to Tiki Room. Nope, never mind. I missed that show yet again. I've been having the absolute worst of luck with these rides. I run up to them right as they've shut the door, put up the rope. So as you can see, the weather has arrived, and I'm pretty positive that all outdoor attractions, well, I just heard Splash Mountain, so maybe not, but I thought that all outdoor attractions were closed. I'm gonna go check over here to see if Riverboat is still going. Yes, so Riverboat is currently down for weather. I think I'm gonna head over to It's a Small World or Peter Pan's Flight and potentially do one of those. Haunted Mansion always gets a little bit busy during weather downtimes. Whew, this challenge is starting to get stressful. On second thought, I still need to ride the carousel, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that, get that out of the way, because both of these still have a reasonably long wait time. So, never mind, I am not riding the carousel back there. I think they were dealing with some sort of a situation, so I waited for about 5 minutes and nothing really happened, so I decided to go and hop out of line, and I'm heading over to Tomorrowland to try to just do the rest of the rides that I can do over here. They're all indoors because it is starting to rain. I don't know if you can tell, but it is getting very, very, very dark, especially way back there, so we'll see what happens. I'm not feeling too confident about my challenge, I'm gonna be honest, because the time is not really agreeing with me, as well as those attractions that I tried to do and had no luck whatsoever trying to do. All outdoor attractions are currently closed right now due to inclement weather. I have to do Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger spin over here, the Carousel of Progress, as well as Space Mountain. Okay, Buzz Lightyear is posting a 10-minute wait. I hope that's accurate. It looks like this is gonna be a walk-on, which that is good. I've really been needing that. So I just did this a couple days ago and I did terrible. So let's see if I can somewhat improve on that. So far, nope. I can't even see my little laser dot. Look how dismal I'm doing. That's the worst I've ever done. Where is it? So I started to realize that no matter what I shot, I wasn't really getting any points, because if you just hold this down, you'll get points for just holding it down, but I don't think any of these registered as me hitting them. So I did a completely abysmal job on Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger spin. I'm heading over to Space Mountain now, I believe, just to get that one out of the way, and if I don't complete this challenge, then I at least want to do Space Mountain. I do need to do Carousel of Progress, but that's a bit of a lengthy line for it, so I'll have to come back for that maybe after Space Mountain. Space Mountain is posting a 25-minute wait. The queue is out the door, but it looks like it's moving pretty progressively forward. So that's good news. I have to go all the way over here to get in line for it. But maybe I'll get out of the rain at least. There's a positive. So the line has been moving very comfortably, and I'm probably gonna make it to the load platform in about 5 minutes or maybe less. But I did have to wait outside, like in the rain. I had my umbrella, but it was very, very cold. On a day with the heat index is like 102 degrees. It was really cold. Alright, and I'm off of Space Mountain. The line seems to be pretty long. I did not really film on that at all because the girls behind me were kind of harassing me to be in their TikTok or something. So I just enjoyed the ride. But now I think I should head over to, I guess, Carousel of Progress. Also, I lost my sunglasses. They were right here on my shirt. And I went over one of the hills on the coaster and they just flew off. And I was like, what? And I tried to find them, but nope, they were somewhere. So my sunglasses are forever part of Space Mountain now, and that's why I only buy $10 sunglasses, because I could never hold on to them for more than 2 weeks. Okay, so the theater is rotating, so I'm hoping that I'll be able to get into this theater to catch this next show of Carousel of Progress.
Welcome to Walt Disney's Carousel of Progress. You're in for a real treat. The Carousel of Progress was Walt's own idea from beginning to end. He loved it. Buildings are towering now as high as 20 stories. The moving pictures flicker up on a big screen. We have almost 8,000 automobiles in this country, and we can travel by train from New York to California in less than 7 days. You know that pilot fella, Charles Lindbergh? He's about to fly a single-wing airplane all the way across the Atlantic. He's never going to make it. And sports stadiums are springing up all over. And boy, nobody hits that old horsehide like that new fella Babe Ruth. I just heard a new term today on the radio. Fella says, we've got something now called the rat race. Did you ever hear that one? It sure describes my life. I'm involved in something now called commuting.
John, what's wrong with the oven?
What?
Anyone for pizza? Oh, another Christmas turkey ruined.
All right, all done with Walt Disney's Carousel of Progress. That concludes all the attractions I needed to do in Tomorrowland, so I'm heading back to Fantasyland. I don't remember if I updated the time frame that I was looking at about an hour ago or so, but 5 o'clock I think is when I got in line for Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger spin, around that time. So I think next I'm going to be riding the carousel behind the castle just to finally commit to doing that. And if there's a line, then I will just wait in that line. One positive aspect of the rain is that it really does clear out the park, because earlier it was incredibly, kind of uncomfortably busy. So this is the lane that they sent me to. This incredibly patriotic horse is gonna be mine. And here I am, riding the carousel. What's a dream This is one of the more peaceful attractions, and I do definitely enjoy riding this. It slows things down a bit, you know? So after this, I think I'm gonna head over to either It's a Small World or Peter Pan's Flight, maybe Haunted Mansion. It's about 6 o'clock right now, so I have 1 more hour until the park closes. Okay, so I may hop in line for It's a Small World and then do Peter Pan's Flights, and then probably gonna end the day on Haunted Mansion. There's nobody in line right now, but it's posted today 30-minute waits, so I'm hoping that that's not accurate, because that would be cool. Okay, here I go, riding this again for not the first time in a while. I did this pretty recently and it was an experience. If you wanted a visual representation as to how I feel right now at the tail end of my day, this is it, right here. And this is a representation of how indecisive I've been in the later part of today when trying to complete this challenge. So it seems like the wait time for It's a Small World was the actual ride itself, because this water moves so slowly. It is incredible. You're just creeping along. I mean, it gives you the chance to take everything in, but it's just so slow. Okay, now heading across the street from It's a Small World to Peter Pan's Flight, which is only a 10, no it's not, it's a 5-minute wait. Wow. See, this is the experience that I've been waiting for all day. There is nobody in line for Peter Pan's Flight. Where was this all day? What in the world? Tinkerbell, you have some explaining to do. All right, here I go. Peter Pan's Flight, a complete walk-on. That is new to me.
And off we go!
Off we go! I still can't believe that. Nobody in line for Peter Pan's Flight. What? Okay, now I'm heading down the hill to Haunted Mansion. That's probably going to be my final attraction of the day. If it is, then that's a pretty good attraction to end on. It's a little bit eerie to be the only person in line for Haunted Mansion. I'm flattered, but I'm also a little bit terrified. Here I am in the banquet hall on the Haunted Mansion. It's very spooky to ride this alone, not gonna lie. Alright, I am off of Haunted Mansion. I have about 10 minutes until the park closes, so I actually have time to do one more attraction, and I'm a little bit up in the air about it, but I think I'm gonna go back and do Tiki Room. Actually, instead of Tiki Room, there's another attraction that I need to have a little closure for, and that is the riverboats. I'm gonna ride the riverboats. This is nice. This is a good attraction to end the day on, as much trouble as I had with it today. I didn't complete my challenge, but what an incredible day today. I had a blast. I just came upstairs to the top level. I'm pretty positive there's only 2 other groups on the entire riverboat with me right now. So this is gonna be a pretty intimate experience around the rivers of America. All right,
Captain,
here we are, pulling away from the dock,
the Liberty Bell. I'm your captain,
making a trip around the rivers of America. It is starting to rain again. This is really peaceful. There's just really nobody else on this entire boat. This is as secluded as I've ever experienced it, and I love it. There's Splash Mountain right over there with its final few guests of the day, because the park is officially closed. It is 7 o'clock right now. Here comes a Big Thunder Mountain train, passing right by Big Thunder Mountain, of course, heading around the river. This is always a really, really cool shot to get. It is still raining pretty hard. I came down to the second level here just to enjoy it. Wow, this has absolutely been my favorite part of today. Just completely enjoying this. This is phenomenal with the rain and the amount of people that are on this right now and the scenery. It's fantastic. This is the other side of Fort Langhorne, which means we've almost made it around the entirety of the river. And we'll be pulling back into dock here probably in a couple minutes. Here's the Haunted Mansion, which of course is completely closed, and that's it. We're about to pull into dock, and I've completed the trip around on the Liberty Bell riverboat. All right, off of the Liberty Bell, time to head back to the hub and end this video. So I'm gonna have to finish the video on my phone, old school style, because my camera and every battery that I brought for my camera is dead. So no more camera, just kicking it old school with my phone. So, thoughts about today? Well, I did not complete the challenge. There were 2 attractions in the entirety of the park that I did not get to do that were open today, and that is the Enchanted Tiki Room and Mickey's PhilharMagic. I did not get to do either of those, and it's sad, but at the same time, I thought I was gonna fail much more miserably than I did, so I feel pretty content and satisfied with that. It's interesting because the weather is always a factor, the crowd level is always a factor, the availability of fast passes are usually a factor. They weren't today. It rained pretty much when I thought it was going to rain, and it lasted as long as I anticipated it lasting, and I got to ride all the rides, so I suppose that's good. As far as making this an attractions challenge versus a ride challenge, I just wanted to make it a little bit more of an actual challenge, because if I just rode all the rides, probably it might be a little bit easier. I did ride all the rides, but as far as the available attractions, didn't get to make it to all of them. And then there were certain attractions that were not even open, like Enchanted Tales Hotel, like Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor, and the People Mover that was supposed to be open, I think, but still is not open. I don't know. I still had a pleasant day. It was very, very hot earlier, and then it got really, really rainy, and it was very, very busy, and then it was not busy at all. So today has just been all over the place in terms of those factors, but that's what makes it a challenge, and that is what makes it fun. I know I got a little confusing there at certain times in terms of what attraction I was going to and then what I ended up at and what I went back to, and a lot of that was just trying to time it exactly right, where I would run over to the Tiki Room and I would see if I could get into the next show. I thought I'd be able to, but I wasn't. Ran back to the riverboat, tried to get on the riverboat, wasn't able to because it took off. They put up the rope and then they left, so then I had to run back over to this attraction. It was a lot of that, but it was fun. I hope you enjoyed watching as much as I enjoyed being here. I don't know if I'm going to be attempting this specific challenge again because it was a lot, and I believe even the Disney parks are probably going to, I think they just announced that they're going to be reducing their park hour times, so I don't really know, but there's definitely a good amount to do if you do come to Magic Kingdom, if you feel comfortable and safe during this time period where they have all of these alternative experiences and modified attraction experiences, I suppose, as well. But I had a good day today. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I hope I see you soon. Have a good day, and goodbye.